on the next page is just the final year-to-date report. Shows you where we were at the beginning of the year, $6,200,000 unexpended, $6,276,000. It was slightly less on the unencumbered balances.
A quick question, the Longwood Park Improvement Fund, there was $11,000 in there at the beginning of the year, $11,000 at the end.
Yes.
Is that for fixing up baseball fields, trails?
You know, I don't know if that was a fiduciary account where it was, we've never budgeted anything out of there in the last 2 years.
Which one are you talking about?
424 account.
424. It's
Can you see it?
11-4.
we could have gone for the playground or Stockton Lake or crack ceiling. Fun Fest.
There you go, Fun Fest, you're halfway there.
Hold on a second. Hey, Sam, with this money that we have in there.
Jim.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Jim.
We're gonna look around and
It's
see
been
what
one of those
there.
days, I apologize. We were talking a lot about like baseball field improvement. I mean, any thoughts on that? I mean, we do have a little bit of money in there we could use to potentially improve the fields. I know you've done a lot of work on them, so any ideas there?
What they have some turf material that they want to buy for the ball fields. It's not cheap. It's pretty expensive. And we also want to do some work on the outfields. Some of our outfields are like, you got ankle breakers out there, you know, and for these kids, so we need to do that too. We need to address the outfields. And that's basically topsoil and dirt like that. And we've been wanting to do that, just haven't had the funds for it.
Is that something you guys can do, or you throwing it out and you guys can do it?
That's something that we could do, but I mean, right now, because of the labor that we have, you know, the amount of employees we have, makes it difficult with everything else that we have to do. But yeah, that's something we can do, we can look at to improve the outfields. And like I said, I'm getting information now, Jason's and Tom are looking for it on that turf material, which will improve the infields.
For the infield?
It's for the infield. It's actually, it makes it breaks up the clay and all that, so it makes it a finer material when you run, and also for drainage. So it's a material that we've been looking at, and like I said, it's pretty expensive.
So you just get a couple truckloads of it and use it to spread it on the field?
Yeah. Actually, last year we used a different material, and we brought in about 4 of our tandem truck loads to bring it in.
Do you have all the fencing you need?
That I would have to talk with Jason, because I know there is some that he was talking about that he needs to do, and some needs repair. Sugar bush needs some attention.
I'm also thinking that might be some money that could be used to keep some of the water flowing back in that fellow's yard over there next to the sugar bush. Gets flooded all the time.
How do you do this the last couple of days here? Do you get any idea the last few big
He's
areas?
doing okay because he sandbagged. He trenched his backyard.
This is the guy who was
Right
right
at the,
against the cliff.
there's like a ravine that comes right into his backyard.
And those are all uninsured losses for that guy, 4 times now. So
Do some flooding today, I can feel his pain.
sometimes but it's not, he doesn't have ledges, just him. There's other ledges, there's other people to the south of him.
Well, that whole street there
That
is good.
might have a problem as years go by. And if we could deter the water, channel it away from up on the top, maybe with a bulldozer for a couple of days, we might solve the problem for everybody involved.
Yeah, we've been talking about these ball fields for a while.
Right.
Those things fixed.
This money hasn't been touched in a year, so.
Well, it's a revenue generator for us. I mean, if we're gonna have that much usage on them, I think we should get a quality product.
What kind of injuries? We track injuries out there with the kids running
I know a
around?
lot
But
of
my
kids.
thought was always that,
Thank you.
you know, if we could take one of those fields and make it
Pristine.
a trophy field, then we could just build upon that going forward. And I think that amount would actually do that for one of them. Because the biggest thing with ball fields is drainage. If you can control the water down the line, I mean, you're saving money, because we spend so much money dumping this crap back on top of it. It's just like we keep doing the same thing. We're band-aiding. Let's just fix it and do maybe one. And hopefully in the future, you know, we can build on that. So
All the young
look
boys
into
that
seeing,
football.
I'm sorry, look into seeing maybe, you know, a cost of
A
making
field
one
day where
field
it's-
with
where it's
proper,
fenced in.
proper drainage, maybe some lights, I mean, revenue
Well, we've been
generators.
talking about lights for quite a few years. We could get some, actually get some teams to actually come here and play.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure Shane can attest, those fields are booked all summer long, you know because you maintain them. I mean, they're constantly booked, it's a generator.
You're going to use them at night too, which will generate even more.
Then you get adults coming in, baseball, softball.
That's what you need, some adult co-ed softball.
Yep.
How much are they paying for those fields?
I'm not sure. That's through the rec center with.
Because,
Different amounts, like NHA.
They're paying a lot more than
different
they
amounts.
used to.
you know, the whole thing is, everybody wants great fields, but nobody wants to pay for them.
They're paying for them.
Okay.
When I
Yeah,
was,
well,
when I was on the
I
rec
just-
commission, we canceled the formula.
You raised it.
Yeah, we raised it based on, because they were lining the fields, they were dragging the fields, and we said, wait a minute, that's
Yeah, they were doing
probably not a good
combines.
idea, so we figured our cost with, Crevar at the time to say, this is what it would cost to maintain the fields, drag them, and line them.
And our parks people did it, it was done
Yeah.
to the
They
standard.
did the best they could, you know, but
I
it's,
think they're down a couple people now anyways, aren't you guys?
Pardon?
Aren't you guys down a couple people?
Yes,
In the parks, we had 1.5 there for a while.
yeah, it's about the same.
That guy doesn't.
We get
that
a lot of
much.
part-timers during the summer, and they'll give us 6. Well, you did last year, you gave us 6 part-timers.
We get a lot of comments on how important that is to the quality of life here in town. A lot of people use.
Well, we're looking to get some type of equipment for the park to help make things a little bit better.
Jim, look into that, maybe some, you know, lights, and I'm just throwing this out there to get an idea, because if we look at down the road, if we can book these fields in the evening, this may pay for itself.
Oh, yeah. It does in Twinburg.
I mean, I play softball over, and I can tell you, the ones that have the lights on, they're always booked.
I hear you can't hit very well, but
Just been talking to a lot of people.
You see strikeouts in softball?
yes, I struck out many times in softball.
This graph just kind of, what's the year-end balance?